To another live on the channel. Another win today for Leicester City. Late Goals FC back at it once again. Kasey McAteer, the hero. 2 goals from him as, of course, beat Rotherham United 2-1. Today we're here for a pretty quick match reaction. I've got to head off in about 15 minutes or so I'll make it quite quickly. But yeah, fantastic win again for Leicester. Wasn't the best of performances. But the main thing is Leicester have won again. We are now top of the league. I think we're the only team now in the whole EFL with a 100% record so far. So, yeah, outstanding start. Another great win. We'll go into the performance in a bit more detail in a minute. I think there's areas we can definitely improve upon, which is going to be obvious, really, because we're so early into this process under Enzo Maresca. But the way things are going, we can't have any complaints with it once again. We got out there, we battled. There's a few moments here and there where Rotherham could have, scored. We were on the back foot a bit, but, we come away from the New York Stadium with another 3 points. But, yeah, make sure to let me your thoughts in the chat. Rene's in here. You said 2-1, you did indeed. Fair play on that one. Obviously, team-wise, it was interesting. Wanya Marcel was left out. That is due to a tactical reason, as Enzo Maresca just said that in his post-match press conference. He brought in Kasey McAteer, and it's fair to say he had a very good game. 2 fantastic goals. First one was an easy one, but he was right place, right time to head it home. And the second one was a very good goal on his weak foot as well, bending it into the top corner. But apart from that, it was a team we did expect. Obviously, Cassidy wasn't in from the start, but I thought as soon as Cassidy came on, he completely changed the game. So, in my opinion, he has to start the next league game. I think it's Hull City is our next game next weekend. Obviously, got Tranmere in midweek, but I thought Cassidy completely changed the game when he came on. McAteer again is going to be really pushing to keep starting because, to get 2 goals like that and to be Leicester's probably the main man in the whole game, I think that is a massive statement from the Leicester youngster. And it's also, it's fantastic to see another youngster. We had Wanya score his first goal last week. Kasey scores his first goal this week, scores 2 obviously this week. It is very good to see. But yeah, if we can obviously have a look through the match, if you haven't watched it, it was a bit of a tentative start. Obviously, Rotherham scored. I believe it was offside. It got ruled out as a bit of a precarious. I couldn't really understand why it got ruled out or what, but we'll take it. Obviously, Leicester got the lead, as I said, through Kasey McAteer. Great cross. I think it was from Iheanacho on the left, and McAteer just a header from literally 2 yards out into the empty net. Pass former Leicester keeper Victor Johansson. We had, and this is the thing I think we need to improve on. I think first off, we had chances to put the game to bed, and it's nice getting these late goals and whatnot, but at times and in some games, you're going to have to put the game to bed. And we had multiple chances to do so in the first half, especially through Mavididi. He had that chance where he kind of scuffed it. He didn't want to go with his left foot. He tried to bend it with his right. It was the right idea, but obviously he didn't get a contact on it. And just little things like that, because obviously it's at the start of the season, but the teams we have played, Rotherham, Cardiff, Huddersfield, aren't the best of qualities. And I don't want to be too negative, but when Leicester do come up against an Ipswich, a Leeds, a Southampton, even a Birmingham right now, or Norwich, who have all got in the next couple of weeks, we are going to have to be a bit more careful because we can't keep relying upon getting these late goals. Yeah. We are live, mate. We are live. I haven't really set the stream up very well. I literally just press live because I got to head off in about 10 minutes. So, yeah. The fight for the team is what's impressed me most. Yeah, 100%. And that's got to be positive, really, because obviously last year we didn't score a single last-minute goal, and it seems like every single game we're getting, late goals. Well, we're already last minute today because of the added time, but, it's another late goal, and it's great stuff to see the fighting spirit. But that's my only real concern I do have, is that at times I do want to see us go out there and, beat a team 2-3, 4-0. And on another day today, we probably could have done so. But let's not complain because we got another win. 4 wins from 4 in the league, 5 out of 5. Let's hopefully, just like I said last night, let's hope we can beat Tranmere, beat Hull, and make it 6 out of 6 in all competitions. Another win. Indeed, it was very good. We'll have a look at the individuals right now, performance-wise. I think there's a few I want to talk about. I thought the back four was very solid as always, really. I thought the goal we conceded was a little bit poor, to be honest. I thought we could have dealt with it slightly better. Obviously, the lofted cross came in and we didn't really clear the header, and it kind of just went through to the back post. But Mads made a couple of key saves here and there, and I don't really have too many complaints. Just want to tighten up a bit midfielder-wise. I thought Deuce Brule was, I think at 7.3 is quite generous, really. I don't think he was great. Winks as well. I thought it was another standard Winks performance, really. He's controlling things quite nicely. But I think the only 2 players I thought Dewsbury and Ndidi weren't that great today. Just like I said, when Cassidy came on for Ndidi, I really thought he turned the game, he made things happen. I thought Cassidy was fantastic, really, and this is another 20-minute cameo, and he did a whole lot. He got the ball, he passes with intensity. He's good in the air as well. I thought it was good. Mavididi again showed glimpses, but the end product was lacking a little bit. One player I will say today, I didn't think Ian Asher was great. I will be honest. I thought he did stink the gaff up a bit, to be fair. I thought he was doing the right thing coming deep, but it took far too long. Was it done with the cross? Yeah. I thought Ian Asher at times took too long with the ball, because at times when Leicester break through the lines, you have so much space and we seem to just take a bit too long to find the pass. Obviously, McAteer, I don't really need to speak about him. 2 goals, 8.9 is a bit low in my opinion. But 2 goals. Was his 0.59 expected goals, so you can tell how good that second goal was. Couple of good shots here and there as well, and that's what I like to see. Obviously he scored the 2 goals. He wasn't scared to have a shot from here, there, and anywhere as well. So overall very happy with what Kasey McAteer did. I don't know why this is staying up, but yeah, I think team wise, I thought it was another solid performance really. But make sure to know your thoughts in the chat. Your man of the match is probably going to be McAteer. As expected, really. There's always seems to be one player who's like an obvious man of the match so far this year. My hair's an absolute mess. But yeah, it's interesting because every single game it seems to be obvious. Obviously, first game was Dewsbury, Huddersfield was Mavididi, Cardiff was probably Cassidy, and today it's probably Kasey McAteer. So McAteer isn't a slight advance, and that's what I do like about him as well. He isn't scared to get stuck in. Has to be in 100%. Yeah. I thought there was a few good performances. I thought Doyle, once again, I'm a big fan of him. I thought he was excellent. Vestergaard and Vout were very good. I thought he was quite good. Was fast today. He moved up quite nicely as well at times, which I like to see. I just thought, it's one of them really. We're only going to get better. I think there's little improvements, and I just hope the international break we can make the next step, because I still think right now, as soon as we play against a much better team than the teams we have been playing against, i.e. Norwich or Southampton or someone, we may get beaten, because I still think defensively we are a bit too open, and the game management is good at times, but I think sometimes we just need to go out there and score a goal and then go and get another, because I feel like today, as soon as Leicester scored the first goal, we got a bit too comfortable, and we were controlling the game very nicely in the first half, but didn't really, we had a few chances, but we didn't really threaten to get a second really, apart from the Mavididi. Ricardo had a shot, but I think that's the next step, just to go on beyond and win in a bit more of a convincing fashion. Because apart from the game against Burton, every single game this year has been won by a 1-0 scoreline. But if you contrast that to last season, I think we won about 2 games by a 1-goal scoreline. So it shows a difference, which is obviously a positive, because at times we are going to have to grind out these results, which we have done, and I think the performances are only going to get better, just as we all know. And 12 points from 12. He couldn't have asked for a better start. And I said this before the season started. I said, if Leicester are, automatics by this time, end of August, don't be too disappointed. But, we're top of the league, and this process is only just beginning. It's very exciting. And, a few transfers coming in, but, the likes of Kasey McAteer and Randy Marcel are making a real push now. When Yunus Akgün comes in, it's going to be a good battle between them and who starts as well, because I think McAteer's performance today, in my opinion, puts him ahead of Wanya for the next game, unless Akgün is involved. So it's going to be interesting to see who starts on that right-hand side or not. But let's go and get the league table up, because we love to see it. Top of the league, boys and girls. We love to see it. There we go. So there we go. Leicester top the league by 2 points as well, which is very nice to see. You probably can't even see it because it's zoomed out. But Leicester first. Ipswich go down to 6th. Obviously, they lost to Leeds today. Leeds getting their first win of the season. Sheffield Wednesday still rock bottom with nothing so far. If you look at it, we've already got a 6-point gap for the likes of Hull, Stoke, Millwall. So, it's good stuff, isn't it? Obviously, it's early days and stuff, but to be top of the league, we ain't going to complain, are we? So, like I said, I won't stay on for too long. I've got to head off in a minute, but we'll keep going through your comments. Barnes back to Lars Lackey. I didn't really get the chance, to be fair, Duck, mate. Duck. Kasey with the braces. We love to see it. Una starts next game. I don't know. I think Kasey McAteer backs too. I think he's got a real, chance of starting. But we'll have to see who starts against Tranmere as well. I think Wanya was left out due to tactical reasons, so Enzo got that right, didn't he? But I think Wanya will probably start against Tranmere. Depends when Eunice obviously joins on the permanent basis. But yeah, let's quickly have a look at the post-match press conference from Enzo Maresca today after our win against Rotherham at the New York Stadium. Bit of a weird ground, weren't it? But got the job done. Their fans are getting a bit angry at some decisions, but there you go. So yeah, after Leicester City go top of the table, manager Enzo Maresca has been speaking about the win, with some things needing improvement. He says it was another tough game. I think we dealt with it very well against this kind of team, and that's the thing really. When you play these teams like Rotherham, the Huddersfield away games, them games are quite tough. But their teams are aggressive. I thought Leicester were very aggressive today. We were giving a few fouls away, which I don't really mind too much because I think at times Leicester, especially last year, were far too soft, and I think this year we've obviously got the talent and passing and whatnot, but we have got that, gritty side to us. And I think, it's very good to see. And especially when obviously Hamza, Justin Coburn, and that final, at the time was ridiculous. It's like 8 minutes and we just passed the ball. It's like FIFA. It's like unbelievable. Rotherham got nowhere near us and the game management then was spot on. And it just shows you how, if Leicester want to keep the ball for 3-4 minutes straight, we can do so. They were strong in set pieces, which is a bit of a concern. I think the first goal obviously was offside. I think we were quite lucky. On another day, that's onside, and it was a pretty poor goal to give away. So that's something to work on as well with the long balls. Because obviously, apart from the two centre-backs, we have a pretty short side, I'd say. I still think we need a new striker, though. I don't know. Vardy had a few runs in behind, but I just thought Ian actually, I don't know. I'm obviously the Cardiff game, I haven't watched it, so I don't know if he was good then. But I just thought today he was just, I don't know, somewhat missing. Because Ian actually drops deep, but there weren't really too many runners behind it, because obviously the wingers are really stretched in McAteer and Mavididi. So you either have to go for a diagonal, which is a difficult ball to do, because we've got no one coming in inverted, and that's the only thing. But I guess it's working ish. Today, also in the last 20 minutes, we were able to make more passes, and because after Rotherham scored, I was a bit concerned really, because I thought we're going to struggle to get back into this because it was all them really. And that's about it. On Wanya Marcel, he was left out due to tactical reasons, so he's not injured or anything. So that is all good stuff. So there we go. But yeah, let's get back into the chat. What a dream start and what an unbelievable turnaround from the squad from last season, giving up to this season where we fight till the end. Corny Foxes never quit and loves it. He knows it. Loans, yeah, most of the deals are loans coming in. Obviously, as we said last night, hopefully we can get a few permanents coming in before transfer deadline day, which is now under a week away. But Kasey McAteer can start every week if he's going to bag 2 goals like that. And the only thing I'm annoyed about, I keep missing these good away games because I can't get the bloody tickets. But yeah, up the Football League we go, straight back up Leicester City. But I think we can't have any complaints whatsoever. Norwich look a force. I'm just looking at the results. We Huddersfield 4-0. I'll stick the results up on the screen as well. Won a bet as well. What a day! 45 quid in sports bank account. Come on. But yeah, Birmingham with another win. Cardiff winning. Coventry, Sunderland are boring 0-0. But Norwich looked to be real good. They scored 4 against Southampton, scored 4 against Huddersfield. Ipswich Leeds was a high scorer. Millwall picking up another 3 points as well. Southampton scraping it past QPR. So yeah, I think it's still obviously quite difficult to see where the teams are, performance-wise, because it's still early days, obviously. But Leicester have gone about their business very smoothly, and we've obviously been the most consistent side by an absolute mile. So can't have any complaints. You guys want a song? I might have to end the stream then. All right, I'll give you one in a minute. I don't know what song to do though. Don't know what song. I will do one in a minute. All right. If you want to see me sing a song, you can go and drop a like, because as Ant likes to say, helps the channel out, doesn't it? Sports was a new Michael Jackson. Okay. Ipswich fans are already now. Yes, beef the Ipswich fans. It's right kicking off on Twitter, innit, between Southamptoners and Leeds fans, innit? But yeah, Leeds with their first win of the season, we've got a 4th top of the league, and there we go, boys and girls. But if you've got any final thoughts before I do sing my song, make sure to let me know. Just gonna have a quick look on Twitter just to see if there's anything else from the post-match. But obviously, Kasey McAteer won the man of the match on the Leicester City, on obviously the Leicester vote on Twitter, which is obviously obvious because he scored 2 goals. And there we go. Kasey McAteer, the hero. And just it's the one thing I've noticed: none of our strikers have scored a goal yet in the league. Obviously, Kelechi scored in the cup against Burton, but yeah, it's a bit interesting. It's all been coming from wingers. Jude's obviously coming with the 2 goals against Cov. So it's interesting to see, and I think that highlights how important the wingers are in Enzo's system, because obviously the wingers, if you look at the pitch from a far out view, they are incredibly they are very wide, stretching the play, and it's a big outball for us. So yeah, I think that's a big part of Enzo's, and it shows you why we're interested in so many wingers. But yeah, boys, I'm gonna have to head off because I got to head out in a minute. So it is Leicester Hornets is in the league. Just before we head off, straight back up, Leicester City. Straight back up, I say. This is cringe, isn't it? Straight back up, Leicester City. Play the foot. Oh, I bottled it. Play football the Enzo way.